Right now, police say a multi-county stolen car chase is connected to a string of home break-ins across Dane County. And we're learning the man who fatally shot someone and injured two others near a Wausau cemetery was forced to leave his job there years ago. Plus, Madison's mayor wants more information about the downtown substation fires. We'll hear some of the questions she wants American Transmission Company to answer.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
Multiple police departments are trying to find the people who led them on a high-speed chase early this morning. The chase started after reports of break-ins and thefts in at least 6 different towns. Amy Reed joins us now with the details on this case and how police say you can keep it from happening again.
Yeah, coming up behind me, these are all the places police know these groups stopped last night and early this morning. They used stolen cars and took belongings from people's homes. And while they try to solve this, they say each of us can help in preventing it. It's a dream neighborhood in Beaver Dam, the kind of place you think you don't have to lock your doors. But police wish that last piece would change.
We really haven't had any forced entry. Most of the time it's been vehicles unlocked and houses that are unlocked.
That's what they say happened here, but this time they saw the group responsible just in time. Police were here on Lakeshore Drive responding to a break-in. That's when they spotted the silver SUV and the chase took off. The SUV went up to 80 miles an hour through town, then up to 100 when they got on Highway 151. Then they sped down Highway 73, weaving through side streets here in Columbus. Here, police figured out this car was stolen from Sun Prairie, which was the group's next blow-by. Throughout the chase, police tried to throw down spike strips to stop the thieves, but they drove around them. They finally ditched the car here near Madison College. Now police are trying to figure out who these people are.
We know that some of these stolen vehicles from last night, and there were several different instances. One yet this morning, we suspect were a number of the kids who have stolen cars in the past.
Dane County Sheriff Dave Mahoney said his detectives are working to solve this case too. He thinks what happened through Dodge and Columbia counties is tied to multiple home break-ins and thefts in Dane County last night. But through all the cases, he urges the same caution. Lock your car, take your garage door opener out, and lock your home.
Some of these kids are being caught. They talk about going through a neighborhood, checking doors, and if it's locked, they just move on.
There are changes he said he's made in his own life, ones he's pushed for also in cities. But now he said the mindset has to change everywhere.
But there are things that every one of us can do to keep our property safer and our homes safer. We just have to change our lifestyle to do that.
Aside from changing those habits in our daily lives, Beaver Dam police said if you have any security video that might be helpful in this case, they'd love to see it. Just reach out to them if you think you have anything useful.
All right. Thank you so much, Amy. A $1 million bond has been set for the man accused in a fatal shooting near Wausau Cemetery. 64-year-old Henry West faces a tentative first-degree homicide charge and 2 counts of first-degree attempted homicide. A 52-year-old woman was killed in the shooting. 2 others are still in the hospital, one of them in critical condition. West was a former employee at the cemetery and, quote, didn't leave employment on his own terms back in 2012. He's expected to be formally charged on October 18th. The Wisconsin Alumni Association is taking action after the UW-Madison Homecoming Committee released an offensive video that did not include any students of color. The Alumni Association will start a diversity, equity, and inclusion training for all student organizations they sponsor, including the Homecoming Committee and Wisconsin Alumni Student Board. They're also implementing a plan to diversify the leadership of those student groups and will establish review and oversight protocols for all student marketing and communication projects. To weather now, cool tonight and showers return tomorrow. Let's check your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti.
Well, Amanda, things are dry right now. We could use all the dry weather we can get, but it's been cloudy for much of the day. There are a few breaks in the clouds, especially over southwestern Wisconsin, but those areas are already starting to fill in from the west as more clouds move from Iowa toward Wisconsin. Already some light showers showing up over southwestern Iowa and southern portions of that state. They'll be here later on tonight through much of the day tomorrow. But Doppler track right now, free of precipitation over southern Wisconsin. Last night was a chilly night. Low temperatures were in the upper 30s north of Madison and generally lower 40s across the rest rest of southern Wisconsin. Current temperatures have already dropped into the upper 40s from the Dells northward and are in the lower 50s elsewhere. Dew point temperatures are in the upper 30s and low 40s. The air is still pretty dry, but eventually those showers will move in later on tonight. So look for mostly cloudy skies tonight. Shower chances will increase west of Madison by late tonight, early tomorrow morning. And tomorrow we'll see some showers or maybe even an isolated thunderstorm with a high of 58. That's your News 3 Now First Alert forecast.
Gary, thank you so much. Next new at 6, the city of Fitchburg says the roundabout at Fitch-Rona and Nesbitt roads is back open, but a nearby area is closed due to flooding issues. Fitch-Rona Road between Lacey Road and Nesbitt Road is closed because there's water under the Highway 151 bridges. City staff is monitoring the area and say they'll reopen the road as soon as it's safe. One lane of the Main Street Bridge in Darlington has reopened. In a Facebook post, Police Chief Jason King said floodwaters continue to recede there. Traffic is allowed over the bridge, but police are asking people to drive slowly because there's still water on the roadway. Originally, Chief King said they didn't expect to open the bridge until Saturday, but the river level is dropping faster than predicted. 4 school buses and a bus barn are considered a total loss after a fire overnight in the town of Dunn. 7 fire departments responded to the fire on Schuster Road across the highway from Oregon High School. Damages are estimated at $315,000. Bus routes were adjusted so students in the Oregon district could still get to classes today. Madison's mayor is calling for more transparency about what the company responsible for July's substation fires knew and when they knew it. Rose Schmidt explains how the American Transmission Company is responding. Rose?
Amanda, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway tells me that it's disappointing to not know what really happened back in July and how ATC can guarantee it's not going to happen again. ATC tells us that a failure like this one is rare, and the company is taking steps it can to avoid a similar one in the future. Reflecting on 2 fires downtown on July 19th, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway wants some answers from the American Transmission Company.
How are they going to make sure that this never happens again? I mean, this infrastructure remains in our downtown.
She sent a letter Thursday to ATC, following a press release from the company saying that the investigation is complete into the fires at the Blount Street and East Campus substations, which knocked out power downtown for many hours on one of the hottest days of the year. ATC says the cause was a rare mechanical failure in the voltage regulation component.
It's just not enough information. I'm glad that they're satisfied with the investigation that they did, but the rest of us would like to be satisfied too.
Rhodes Conway is demanding to see the full investigative report. ATC says an inspection days before the fire revealed there was an issue with the equipment.
My question is, if they knew for the 3 days before the explosion that there was a problem, why didn't they preemptively take this thing offline?
ATC sent a letter back to the mayor Friday afternoon, but she calls it wholly inadequate and says it doesn't answer her questions.
It does offer to meet, so maybe they're willing to answer my questions behind closed doors, but I think the public has a right to know as well.
ATC told News 3 Now in a statement, "Our investigation wrapped up last week and we shared our findings of the cause publicly this week. We also offered this week to answer any questions the city had, and the offer still stands." But answering her questions isn't the mayor's only concern. She says the incident cost the city tens of thousands of dollars. When I asked if she believes ATC should provide reimbursement, she said,
"It's hard to know without seeing the report and what the cause really was, but I think if they could have prevented it and didn't, then yes, I think that they should have to reimburse the city, the county, maybe even the state. That's a lot of lost payroll."
ATC tells me they're examining their transformers looking for the same make and model to the one that blew in Madison. A new transformer was installed in the Blount Street substation, and the company workers hope to have it in service by the middle of this month.
All right, Rose, thank you so much. More local news now. Wisconsin law enforcement officers are recognizing Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They're decking out their squad cars and uniforms in pink to raise awareness and show support for their community members who are fighting. It's all part of Justice for a Cure, an organization started by former Dane County Deputy Joan Kamholz, a breast cancer survivor. Today's kickoff event was hosted in Monona. Police Chief Walter Ostrenga is encouraging people to donate to research efforts.
You have the power. I mean, if we can put a person on the moon and we can do all these great things technologically, why can't we solve this? Why can't we cure this? So just, donate as much as you can. Give your prayers to people who are in need and suffering.
Money raised goes to the Carbone Cancer Research Center and Mayo Cancer Research Center in Rochester. If you'd like to help, go to justiceforacure.org. Next at 6, residents in the Atwood neighborhood are upset a walk-up ice cream shop is closing. We'll hear for the first time from the building's new owner, who says he has every right to take over the space. And there's more local news ahead. Rising water levels in Rock County are creating a race against time for marinas, why they're having trouble securing boats. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10. Students at Glacier Edge Elementary School in Verona are learning about helping their community members. They're holding a Socktober drive all month long, setting a goal to collect 2,800 pairs of socks to donate. It's the 4th year for the drive. Glacier Edge students made a video to convince other schools in the district to join in. Teachers say the project is all about learning how to make a difference in the community.
We say all the time, even though we are little, we can do big things. And what can we do to help others? And it expands their view of their community. They're not just part of their family. They're not just part of Glacier Edge. They're not just part of their sports team. They're part of a larger community.
The socks will be distributed on October 22nd at the Badger Prairie Needs Network's Warm Winters event. The chocolate shop has filed a lawsuit against Deport Properties, alleging the new owners illegally terminated the lease for the location on Atwood Avenue. Gabriela Becerra joins us to share how the neighborhood is reacting to this closure.
The chocolate shop has leased this location since 2014, and on October 1st, the building ownership turned over to Deport Properties, who bought the building with the intent to run their own ice cream shop there. The chocolate shop said they had a valid lease in a Facebook post, but the new owners say they don't.
He does not have a lease with me.
Casey Davenport says the lease with the previous owner ended on September 30th.
We will have to evict him because he's refusing to leave.
The chocolate shop says they are letting the lawyers deal with the situation. Their lawyers did not respond to a request for an interview. Davenport says he plans to open an ice cream shop in this location where he will sell locally made ice cream.
And we'll sell whatever kind of ice cream. It'll be a very local ice cream. We would like to stay with the chocolate shop, perhaps, even though he's been a bully through this entire process.
The Atwood neighborhood is surprised by the sudden closure.
I'm just numb about it. I just can't, I mean, like, life happens, but it's just, I don't think the new owners of the building are going to realize how big of an impact this little shop had on this entire community and Madison itself. So.
But Davenport says he's not worried and the neighborhood will rally around the new shop and owners.
Am I afraid that everybody's on Dave's side on Facebook because he started this little slander fest? I'm not afraid of that. The neighborhood will understand that Dave's just trying to slander a really kind and generous family company.
The chocolate shop posted on Facebook this afternoon that they have been granted approval to return to the Atwood shop and reopen for business tomorrow afternoon. Davenport says the judge is allowing the chocolate shop to use this property until the hearing on October 9th.
All right, thank you so much, Gabby. Coming up in sports, it's Prep Mania night. Jay Wilson is live in Oregon, and the Packers' top running back is out for the Cowboys game. We'll hear how Aaron Rodgers is feeling about it. And Badger football fans may have to dodge some showers on Saturday. Gary will have the details next in your First Alert forecast.
Well, we may need as many dry days as we can get, and we had another one today, which is good news, but there are some showers on the way. They won't reach us until late tonight, but we'll see off and on showers tomorrow. They're starting to show up on Doppler track over southern and southwestern Iowa. They'll be here later on tonight. The air across Wisconsin is initially dry, so that should also help to limit the precipitation amounts. Latest computer model forecasts show around a third to a half inch of rain across southern Wisconsin, the heavier amounts toward the Mississippi River, but the heaviest amount should stay back in Minnesota and Iowa, so that's good news there. We were expecting some rain on Thursday. Now it looks like it'll be later Thursday into early Friday of next week. Latest computer model forecasts show about a half inch over that time period. That's down quite a bit from what the GFS computer was showing yesterday. And the European computer model, even a little bit less, with about 4/10 of an inch in Madison. The heaviest rains stay to our east across Michigan and Indiana. So that's good news, and hopefully that trend continues. Live view from the WISC Skycam in Madison shows cloudy skies, but the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison showing some sunshine peeking through and illuminating the Capitol as we get just before sunset. High today, 10 degrees below normal thanks to the cloud cover. 54 is the best we could do. The low temperature actually right where we should be at 42. And right now we're at 53 with mostly cloudy skies. Winds out of the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour. The air is pretty dry with the humidity at 66%. Current temperatures are already in the 40s in the northern half of Wisconsin. As far south as the Baraboo Dells Airport, and generally lower 50s across southern Wisconsin. But those clouds will start to move in from the south and west, and the showers will be here later on tonight, riding along a jet stream which continues to settle toward the south. That's allowing the colder or cooler air to pretty much invade much of the Midwest. The center of the cool air mass, that high pressure system over Lake Superior, and the low pressure system out to the west is what will bring us the showers tomorrow. Temperatures right now 40s, 50s, and 60s. Remember, we were showing those 90-degree plus temperatures like Cincinnati yesterday. They were at 95. Now they're in the upper 60s, so a big change there. And the dew point temperatures have dropped, allowing the air to dry out pretty quickly as well. But some of the moisture will come back. We'll see some showers develop late tonight and some showers or an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow as that next weather system moves through. But by Sunday, we're back out to skies that will be partly to mostly sunny. Temperatures will be pretty comfortable. We'll turn a little cooler for Monday and then see quiet weather with no rain in the forecast through probably Wednesday of next week, Wednesday into Thursday morning, and then we'll see a better chance for some showers and thunderstorms by Thursday afternoon. So for tonight, skies will turn cloudy. We'll see some showers west of Madison late tonight, low 44. Tomorrow, look for a high of 58 degrees with breezy conditions, showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm. On future track, should stay dry for the evening hours, but the showers will arrive west of Madison late tonight. Showers, a few thunderstorms during the day tomorrow. Those will clear out tomorrow evening, and then Sunday, we're back to sunshine and temperatures that will top out around 60 degrees or so. Rainfall amounts, about a ½ inch toward the Mississippi River, about 1/4 inch elsewhere. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, dry weather from Sunday through Thursday morning. Showers and thunderstorms Thursday afternoon, ending in showers on Friday. Maybe some patchy frost by Friday and Saturday night of next week.
A preview of our Prep Mania Game of the Week, Badger Conference Edition. And the Packers head to Dallas, a lot shorthanded on offense. Let's do some sports next. Week 7 of the high school football season kicks off tonight at 7 o'clock. Now, some teams have established themselves as playoff contenders, other towing that line with 3 weeks to go. Everyone trying to play well at the right time, and it is always the right time for our Prep Mania Game of the Week. Our coverage tonight, quarterbacked by Jay Wilson in Oregon. Good evening.
Hi, Kevin. Hut, here we go. It's a different kind of game of the week tonight. This isn't for the conference lead in the Badger South, but it should be a very competitive, closely fought game as both teams are 2-2 in the conference, Oregon and Monona Grove. MG 2-4 in the season, Oregon 3-3. Bill Brophy's off doing Badger hockey this week, so Alan Minner joins me. And Alan, so as we say, both of these teams 2-2 in the conference. What's on the line for both of these teams tonight?
Well, typically 3 wins will get you into the tournament, but 3 and 4 is iffy. So they both want to finish strong. Monona Grove's had a really young team that they're hoping grows up and finishes strong here. And again, for both of them, if they can win out, it's going to be a really good end of season for them and momentum building into a playoff run.
The last number of years, Monona Grove has either been 6-0 or 5-1 at this point of the season, but they're 2-4. What's going on there?
Well, they opened the season with Waunakee and Reedsburg, who are 2 of the better teams in the area. And so their young players had to cut their teeth on some pretty tough business. And so, you know, what they're looking is that gradual improvement throughout the season. And MG had a close game against Milton a couple weeks ago, didn't get it done. They're hoping they can play a close game and win tonight.
Yeah. And Monona Grove has won 9 of the last 10 meetings between Oregon and Monona Grove, so we'll see if maybe the Panthers can get one of those back tonight. 7 o'clock, we're live on we're live on channel3000.com. Replays on TVW Sunday at 1 and Wednesday at 6. That's the story from Oregon. Let's go back to Kevin in the studio.
Jay, thank you very much. We'll see you a little later on tonight. So injury update in the NFL. Packers #1 receiver Devontae Adams ruled out for Sunday's game at Dallas with a right toe injury. Running back Jamal Williams out with a concussion. Adjust your fantasy lineups accordingly. Just don't tell me about it because I don't care that much. Aaron Rodgers has plenty of other options at his disposal, and he'll need them against the 3-1 Cowboys. Rodgers asked about his confidence in the supporting cast and said his confidence in them starts with his belief in himself.
I have a lot of confidence in my preparation and in the expectations that I'll play well on Sunday, and that I'll be able to help those guys raise the level of their play by my own play and by the communication. A lot of stuff that's going to happen on Sunday will happen in the locker room, in the meeting rooms, before practice, on the practice field, and after practice. And we'll have to make sure that we're sharp in our communication and those guys feel ready to play.
Little ALDS action. Justin Verlander was on his game as the Astros took a 1-0 series lead over the Rays. Verlander gave up 1 hit in 7 innings, struck out 8 Rays. Jose Altuve went deep. Houston won 6-2, the final score. Remember the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota, the Division III school that got kicked out of the Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference because they were winning too much? They got an invitation to Division I conference today. The Summit League said, come on in. St. Thomas will be a free agent in 2021. D3 schools can't jump to D1, but the Tommies have applied for a waiver to be continued. Gary, tomorrow, a little rain for the Badger game at Camp Randall?
Ponchos probably will come in handy.
Okay.
A red one, of course.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, right now, no rain on radar, which is good news. Football games tonight should not be a problem. Tomorrow, current temperatures in the lower 50s, some upper 40s already to the north, so it'll be a cool night. Dew point temperatures are low, so it'll take a while for the showers to get here, but expect some rain tomorrow, and then again from late Thursday into early Friday of next week. The rest of the time should be dry.
All right, thanks for joining us. Have a great night.